Greetings, family. My name is Shegun Magbagwiola. I also go by the name Shegs. I'm the writer of Black Egyptians, the African origins of ancient Egypt. I just wanted to say a big thank you and a big shout out to everyone who supported me recently. I've received a lot of likes and comments on my Facebook page of Black Egyptians, so I just really wanted to say thank you for that. And to all those who supported my social media pages on Twitter, Instagram, and so on. I really just wanted to talk about the book and why it was important for me to write it. So yeah, bear with me and I'll take you through it. Now, first of all, imagine you have a situation where your parents built a house for you, built a big fat mansion for you, right? And for some reason, that house got into someone else's hands, and you're an adult and you hear about it and you think, "Raw, hang on a minute, I'm here renting a flat, living with whoever, and there's a big mansion waiting for me somewhere. Wouldn't you go and get that house? Wouldn't you go and claim that?" Now imagine way back when that your ancestors had a family business that they were running, trading in, let's say, Encona hot pepper sauce, and they made millions out of Encona hot pepper sauce, and they run that through for generations and generations and generations, and for some reason the company got taken over by someone else, and you found out about that. Wouldn't you rightfully go and claim that as your own? This is the same with Egypt people. This is the same with African history. We have a history that is our own, and for some reason, shape or form, during the times we got taken over, we've completely lost that, and we're falling into these so-called Western religions, be it Christianity or Islam or whatever else it is. And people, family, that these religions are not for us. These religions were forced on us by our enslavers and by our oppressors who invaded us at a particular point in time. And the funny thing is, we unknowingly and unwittingly are following these religions. Now, let me just break it down real quick. Christianity, as we see today, is an Egyptian religion. All the major prophets, let me just name a few: Moses, Jesus, Joseph, they were all in Egypt at one point. The name Mos is in Egypt 3 times by Kamos, Amos, and Thutmose, right? Jesus had to hide in Egypt when Herod tried to kill him. Joseph became the whole pharaoh, the whole leader of Egypt. The whole Genesis story is taken from the Enuma Elish, which isn't really Egyptian per se, but Sumerian. That's where the story comes from. The Ten Commandments, people, where you have, is taken from the Egyptian Book of the Dead, specifically from the Declaration of Innocence, and it's also taken from the 613 laws of Ma'at, the goddess of truth, justice, and righteousness. And that numerologically pertains to 6, 1, and 3, and into 10. That's Egyptian, people. So even if you go back to the Old Testament, you have Hosea 12:9 and 13:4, which clearly say, "I am the Lord thy God, from the land of Egypt, thou shalt take no other god but me." People, that's a showstopper. You cannot beat that. You are worshipping an Egyptian religion. And before I go, Horus as well. You have the whole Trinity, which is Horus, Isis, and Osiris. People, that is the real Trinity, which became your Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. But that is the real Trinity. So we're worshipping and following Egyptian stories and religions, but we just don't know it. It's been whitewashed into the form we know it as today, and even the Quran as well. But let's not go into that. We just have the basic chapter 2, story of the cow, which is taken from a goddess in Egypt called Hathor. But let me not dwell too much into that. In terms of Egypt being black, it's real simple. All you got to look at is the Book of Gates and the tomb of Seti I, and the Table of Nations and the tomb of Ramesses III. They clearly show the Egyptians and Nubians being brown and dark-skinned. And even the basic fact that Egypt is in Africa, is geographically located in Africa, that already means that they must have been black before any wars, invasions, or migrations by the people of that land. Moving on, you need to kind of understand we as a black people, we're gonna have to move back to Africa at some point, even if we choose to remain in UK, Europe, or America. We're gonna have to establish communities where we live for and by each other. Now, I don't know about you, but I can't really see a Muslim, a Christian, an Ethiopian, a Hebrew Israelite, a black Hindu, a black Jew, and any other thing that we pertain to. I can't really see us being in these so-called religions, which we are in, and building shit, getting shit done, living of, for, and by each other. We can't be black and be of these religions, which are so deep, because metaphysically we're thinking of Jesus, God, ancestors, heaven, hell, and we're thinking, if I myself are from this religion and you are not, you're not my brother. You're not my brother. Why am I talking to you? You ain't gonna build shit. In Egypt, they built their pyramids, and they took literally hundreds of thousands of men for 20 to 30 years to build pyramids. People, if we want to talk about nation building and getting somewhere, we need to scrap all this shit and we need to be one. And as a black person, as a Nubian melanated being, the only thing that we can subscribe to is Nuwapu. And as Dr. York, the Grand Potentate, the leader of the Nuwapian nation, says, Nuwapu is the true, universal and spiritual science of the black man. Let me repeat that. Nuwapu is the true spiritual science and true spiritual science of the black man. So, people, this is what, in my opinion, we need to be in order to unify again. So yeah, that's basically the gist of the video. If you haven't bought the book so far, go cop that. It's on Amazon.co.uk, Amazon.com, $15.99. You get to keep the book for life, people. The book is hard. I mean, you can read the first 3 chapters and maybe 5 on my website, blackegyptians.co.uk. You can follow me on Facebook, Black Egyptians. Follow my company, Akasha Publishing, and I'm on Insta as well, but through the next companies onto Fit. So yeah, keep in touch, people. Keep supporting, and we need to get this shit out there, man. We need to really, really spread our culture, because let's be real, Christianity and Islam ain't working for us. It's not for us, and in order to get to the next level, we're gonna have to go back to our own. We're gonna have to go back to black. So yeah. Keep spreading the love, family. Hotep, and see you next time. Peace.